Morning students, in the last class we are discussing about the how the James Mill divide the Indian history. Today we are going to discuss about the what is colonial. Colonial, one country is going to be subjugating another country in the form of in a political manner, economic manner, and also in all aspects they are going to be subjugating them. That is called as colonial. And one nation, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೇಶದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸೋದನ್ನ we can call as the colonialism. Here we know that India is a colonial country in the time of British. When they came to India in the 16th century up to the 1947, they ruled the India. Exactly more than 300 years they ruled the India. When the British they came to India, they can change the taste, value, and also the custom traditions what the Indians before they can follow. They can interpret and also they can change the rules and regulation, also lifestyle of people also. And also it is causes for some kinds of political, economic, social and cultural changes in the process of colonialism. And also that British they ruled the India, but in India all the people of the nation they did not feel the same administration by the British. That means here the forest people they get the different experience by the British, and also the common people they get the different experience, and also those who are having the like Rajas and the Nawabs they completely subjugate by the British rule. But the forest or some common workers they did not get the same experience by the British itself only. Next point, how do we know about? Here, what sources do historians use in writing about the last 250 years of Indian history? That means here, ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ last 250 years ಇಂದು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, that means here Indian history ಬರಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ what are the sources they are going to be used while writing the Indian history? Next point, administration produces records. The first thing, the British they can believe that the heart of writing is very important. That means here what we are going to be getting, what we are going to be telling in the oral, it's not going to be permanent. Because of that we can easily change the rules, the regulations, and also what we are going to be make the records, that is oral records, is not permanent. The act of writing is very important. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಬರವಣಿಗೆ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ believe that. That's why that every official records, that means here memos and also some what are going to be called letters, this should be right. And also that every government office in the time of British they should have a one record room. That ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕೊಠಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೂಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. That is called as record room. And also that every taluk and every district offices they should have the main branches. If you want to go for read that topic means here they have to go and they have to be read. Before 19th century that record should be written by the calligraphers. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಬರವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ರು that people they are going to write the records. In the when we are going to see in the 19th century we can see the introduce of printing press. When we are going to see the printing press, we can get easily more copies, and also that we can call as the revolution of printing press in the 19th century, and also that all the official records they can preserved in the archives and libraries also. Next point, surveys become important. Here, in the time of British, the practice of surveying also became common under the colonial administration. The British believed that a country had to properly know before it could be effectively administrated. And now effective administration ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ first we should be know about the how much we have the land, how much we have the population, how much land is fertile, how much land is forest, and also how much land is barren land. Everything we should be know that one. When we are going to know all these factors, we can easily make the effective administration. That's why in the time of British they started the survey, and also after that in the time of British itself only in India every 10 years they can make the survey to get all the statistics, and also they can make the number of surveys. What are the surveys they can done in the British time is here: botanical surveys, zoological surveys, archaeological surveys, anthropological surveys, and forest surveys also. Next, what official records do not tell? That means here official records, it is going to give the information about the official information. That means here we can know that in the time of British, how the British they can rule, how much tax they are going to be collected, and also the life of Viceroy, Governor General, and the British people, how they are going to be leading their life. Everything should be, we can get in the official records. What official records do not tell? That means here official records ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the life of common people. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, the daily wages workers and the forest dwellers, those who are work in the mining. These are all the people life. It's not possible to get the information about all these people. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ information ಸಿಗೋದಂದ್ರೆ it's very tough. And also sometimes we should get the information about these type of people. Names of people, accounts of pilgrims and the travelers, autobiographies of important personalities. Through the diaries of people. Some people they should have the habit to write the diaries in their life, what will be happen, what they are witnessing in their life when they are leaving. And also we can see the travelers, the ambassadors and the tourists, they are going to be writing their autobiographies and the biographies, and also pilgrims also they can write about what they are witnessed. Through this books only we can get the information about the common people. Andre mines ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿದ್ರು, and also the common people ಹೇಗೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, we can some little bit point we can collect. And also when we are going to see the printing press, then we are going to see that as printing spread, newspapers were published and issues were debated in public. Leaders and reformers wrote to spread their ideas. Poets and novelists wrote to express their feelings. When we are going to see the printing press in the 19th century, we can call as a revolution also. Some people, those who are called as the social reformer, freedom fighter, and the poets, they express their feelings. They can use the printing press as this kind of this chapter.